Hello everyone, this is Calvin Castine. We're at Northeastern Clinton Central School. It's the 23rd day of January 1995 and we're here for volleyball action tonight. A little North Country rivalry. Northern Adirondack girls are here visiting the Northeastern Clinton Cougars, and not sure which team this youngster is cheering for, but we'll keep an eye and maybe we'll find out before all is said and done. We have a couple of play-by-play men tonight here. The voice of Cougar Volleyball, Mr. Kieran Gilroy, is over there getting the lineups in back of Skip Bassett. There he is. And also here cheering for the Bobcats, as usual, is Mr. Tim Sheehan, who's here. I think he'll be watching tonight, although Kieran may hand him the mic before all is said and done. It depends on the length of the game here. Kieran may be departing, we'll see as we get here. We have an abundance of announcers tonight, and both highly qualified, and whichever one gives us the play-by-play, I'm sure will make for an interesting game for us.
Hello everyone and welcome to our coverage of volleyball. We are here at Northeastern Clinton on this 23rd of January 1995 for action between Northern Adirondack and NCCS. I'll give you the lineups. First for Northern Adirondack, number 1, Kirsten Siskavich. Number 3, Kirsten Sheenan. Number 5, Molly Felch. Number 6, Jamie Morrison. Number 7, Virginia Siskavich. Number 8, Missy Torville. Number 9, Minnie Robert. Number 10, Amy Murphy. Number 11, Leslie Pajot. Number 14, Tara Morrison. Number 15, Jamie Shaughnessy. And number 16, Erica Trombley. First serve by Siskavich is good. Autry looking to set up Rabideau. It goes long, point to Northern Adirondack. For NCCS, number 17, Jess Heinrich. Number 19, Susie Chapman. Number 21, Michelle Etier. Number 22, Allie Jeanette. Second serve is put in play. Bump by Heinrich to Patry, over by Ashline. They look to set up Murphy. Score the kill to Murphy. 2 serving 0. Getting back to the lineups, number 23, Jen Jarvis. Number 24, Nicole Basmasian. Number 25, Jen Rabideau. Number 26, Heidi Groshans. Number 27, Jen Ashline. Number 28, Michelle Bertrand. And number 30, Julie Patry. Pushed over by Ashline. Going to be side out to NCCS. Rabideau with the ball. Rabideau's serve is good. Over by Trombley. One-handed back by Patry. Pushed over by Murphy. One-handed now by Ashline. Over by Trombley. Hit high by Rabideau to Heinrich for Ashline. Score the kill to Ashline. Point NCCS. 1 serving 2. Serve is good by Rabideau. Over in 2, Heinrich to Patry for Groshans. Over in 3, Patry looking for Groshans. They look to set up Trombley. Ball is hit into the net. Point NCCS. 2 serving 2. Rabideau's serve goes long, side out. Siskavich serve is good. They look to set up Groshans. Bobcats look to set up Murphy. Murphy touches it over. Patry to Groshans. Sheehan for Murphy. Score the kill to Murphy. Point Northern Adirondack. Serve goes long, side out. Patry will get the ball for NCCS. Two serving three. Point to NCCS. Bobcats moved when they shouldn't have on the serve. Second serve is good. Bumped high. Hit over in two. Groshans to Patry. Back. Excuse me, to Heinrich. Back to Groshans. Score the kill to Groshans. Four serving three. Patry's serve goes long. Murphy will get the ball on the side out. Murphy's serve is put in play. It goes to Groshans, to Patry, back for Groshans. Score the kill to Groshans. Side out NCCS. Ashline serve goes long. Three serving four. Ashline bumps it high over by Groshans. Shaughnessy to Sheehan. Over in three. Dug out by Rabideau. Ball goes over the net. Patry. New set up Chapman. Side out to NCCS. Groshans with the ball. Four serving three. Point to NCCS. Groshans serve is good. Another point to NCCS with the score 6-3 in Northeastern Clinton's favor. Northern Adirondack calls a timeout. After the timeout, Groshans will serve, 6 serving 3. Serve is good. Score the kill to Saskavich. Side out. Sheehan for the Bobcats, 3 serving 6. Serve is good. Bump by Patry to Rabideau for Ashline. Excuse me, for Chapman. Tipped over in 2 by Saskavich. Ball goes to Saskavich. They look to set up Shaughnessy. Score the kill to Shaughnessy. Five serving 6. Sheehan's serve is good. Ace for Sheehan. We are tied at 6. Serve is put in play. Bumped by Groshans to Rabideau. Illegal hit called. Point to the Bobcats. Sheehan's serve is put in play. Another point to the Bobcats. 7 serving 6. Serve is good. Bump by Patry. Now to Heinrich. Over by Patry. Saskavich looking to set up. Saskavich. Point to the Bobcats. Coach Gilroy calls a timeout with the score NAC 8, NCCS 6. Eight serving 6. Sheehan service put in play. Tipped over by Saskavich. Saskavich looking to set up Shaughnessy. Point to the Bobcats. Sheehan's serve is good. Patry to Heinrich. Over by Rabideau. Back in 2. Patry. Heinrich for Rabideau. Bump by Murphy. Ball does not go over in 3. Side out. Jess Heinrich with the ball. Service good. Back in 1. Heinrich bumps it to Patry. Ball does not go over. Side out. On the side out. Shaughnessy for the Bobcats. 9 serving 6. Service good. Illegal hit called against NCCS. Serving 6. Groshans to Patry for Rabideau. Rabideau gets it over. Saskavich. Score the kill to Saskavich for the Bobcats. 11 serving 6. Serve is good. Bumped high by Groshans. Over by Chapman. It drops in for the side out to NCCS. Chapman for the Cougars. Service put in play. They look to set up Murphy. Bumped by Ashline. Ball does not go over in 3 hits. Saskavich serve. Goes under the net. Side out. Substitution. Etier replaces replaces Chapman. Rabideau's serve is put in play. They look to set up Murphy. Bumped back by Rabideau. Over and 1 by the Bobcats. Saskavich for Murphy. Bumped by Rabideau. It goes to Patry for Ashline. Ball is hit out of bounds. Serving 6, Saskavich. Saskavich puts the ball in play. It's bumped by Heinrich to Patry for Groshans. Dugout. Over in 3 by the Bobcats. Heinrich to Patry for Groshans. Score the kill to Groshans. Side out. Six serving 11. Patry's serve is put in play. Point to NCCS. 7 serving 11. Patry's serve is good. They look to set up Murphy. Side out. (11) serving 7. Murphy's serve is good. Ball does not go over. Point to the Bobcats. Oh, excuse me, ball goes to NCCS. The call went against Northern Adirondack. 7 serving 11. Over in 3, now bumped back by Rabideau. Ball goes to Sheehan. Score the kill to Tremblay. Side out. 11 serving 7. Substitution. Tremblay being replaced. By number 8, Missy Torville. 11 serving 7. Rabideau to Heinrich. Patry bumps it. Heinrich for Etier. Over in 2, hit nicely by Heinrich at the net. Side out, NCCS. For NCCS, Groshans puts the ball in play. It goes to Saskavich. Over in 3, Groshans to Patry for Rabideau. It goes wide, side out. Substitution. Bertrand enters the game, replacing Groshans. Serve is good. Patry to Heinrich. Ball is pushed into the net. Point to the Bobcats. 12 serving 7. Serve is put in play. Ace for Sheehan. (13) serving 7. Bumped back by Bertrand. They look to set up Shaughnessy. NCCS is called into the net. Point to the Bobcats. It's now 14-7. With that, Coach Gilroy calls a timeout. Game point. And game number 1 on the line. Serve by Shaughnessy is put in play. Ball does not go over. With that, Northern Adirondack takes game number 1 in this best 3 out of 5 by a final score of 15-7. Game 2 about to begin. The referees check out the lineups. Northeastern Clinton sends out Rabideau, Ashline, Heinrich, Groshans, Jarvis, and Patry. Rabideau will serve. Game number 2 gets underway. Bobcats get it over in 3. Ball is hit out of bounds. Torville will serve on the side out. Serve is good. Back in 1 by Rabideau. It'll be side out NCCS. Patry. Serve goes wide. Side out. Substitution. Morrison being replaced by Saskavich. Service put in play. Ball goes to Jarvis. Jarvis pushes it over. Heinrich bumps it. Patry for Groshans. Ball is one-handed back. It goes to Rabideau. Heinrich hits it, but it goes wide. Point Northern Adirondack. One serving 0. Score the ace to Saskavich. Point to the Bobcats. Service put in play. It's bumped by Ashline. Ball hits into the net. Another point for the Bobcats. 3 serving 0. Service put in play. It's bumped by Patry to Heinrich. Pushed over by Jarvis. Bobcats look to set it up. NCCS is called into the net. Point to the Bobcats. Service put in play, bumped back by Rabideau. Score the kill to Felch. Service put in play. All does not go over in 3 hits. Another point. 6 serving 0. Serve hits the net. Ball will go to the Cougars on the side out. Jen Jarvis for NCCS. Saskavich being replaced by Morrison. Jarvis puts the ball in play. It'll be side out, NAC. Trombley's serve goes long. Side out to the Bobcats. Substitution. Bertrand enters the game, replacing Groshans. Service put in play. It's bumped by Jarvis to Heinrich for Rabideau. Ball is hit. It goes long. Seven serving 0. Serve is good. They look to set up Ashline. Ball is hit wide. Service good. It's bumped by Jarvis to Heinrich for Rabideau. Rabideau hits it over. Bobcats look to set it up. Bumped by Heinrich. Rabideau for Ashline. Goes into the net. With the score 9-0, Coach Gilroy calls a timeout. Basmasian enters the game, replacing Ashline. Serve is put in play. It's bumped by Jarvis to Rabideau, over by Basmasian. Rabideau to Patry, over by Heinrich. Bobcats look to set it up. Another point to NAC. Serve is good. Bump over by Bertrand. Bobcats look to set up Morrison. Bump by Basmasian. It goes under the net. 11 serving 0. Serve is good. Bertrand to Heinrich. Pushed over by Rabideau. Bobcats look to set it up. Rabideau to Heinrich, back for Rabideau. Score the kill to Rabideau. NCCS will get the ball on the side out. Jess Heinrich will serve. Heinrich serve. Hits the net. Hit the net. Side out. Felch will serve. Cougars will get the ball on the side out. Basmasian will serve. Serve is put in play. Tipped over, now one-handed by Heinrich, over now by Patry, but Patry goes into the net. Side out, number 6, Morrison for the Bobcats. 11 serving 0. Serve is put in play. Jarvis to Heinrich for Jarvis. Point to the Bobcats. Jen Rabideau will get the ball. Serve is good. It's bumped over. It drops in. It'll be side out. Torville puts the ball in play. It's hit by Heinrich. Over and 2 by Basmasian. It drops in. It'll be side out. Bobcats lead 12-0. It'll be side out. Morrison will get the ball for the Bobcats. Into the net. Jen Jarvis for NCCS. Serve is good by Jarvis. Pushed over in 3. Jarvis bumps it high to Heinrich for Basmasian. Bobcats look to set up Tremblay. 4 hits called. Point to the Cougars. One serving 12. Jarvis puts the ball in play. Rabideau to Patry for Basmasian. Score the kill to Basmasian. Point NCCS. Jarvis puts the ball in play. Tipped over. Hit by Bertrand, over by Patry. Bobcats look to set it up. It's bumped by Jarvis to Rabideau. Ball is hit into the net, side out. Trombley's serve is good. Over in 3 by Basmasian. Tipped over. Now back nicely by Jarvis. Over in 3, but it goes wide. Side out, NCCS. Two serving 12. Michelle Bertrand's serve is good. Tipped over. Side out. Serve is put in play by Shaughnessy. Score the kill to Rabideau. Side out, NCCS. Serve is good. Bump back in 1. Ball is hit in. Score the kill to Rabideau. Bobcats will get the ball on the side out. Number 5, Molly Felch will serve. 12 serving 3. Serve is put in play, back by Heinert. Back now by Felch. Illegal hit called. Point to the Bobcats. Felch's serve is good. It's hit by Jarvis to Patry. Over by Rabideau. Felch to Torville. They look to set it up. Ball is hit. It's good. 14 serving 3. Game point in game number 2. On the line, Coach Gilroy calls a timeout. Game point in game number 2 on the line after the timeout. Felch puts it in play. It's bumped by Jarvis. Heinert over by Patry. Felch bumps it high. It goes to Torville. Bobcats look to set it up. Bumped by Bertrand. It does not go over. With that, Northern Adirondack takes game number 2 by a final score of 15-3. Game number 3 gets underway. It starts out with an ace by Torville. Torville's second serve goes into the net. Jarvis will serve on the side out. Jarvis puts the ball in play. It's hit by Felch, over in 2. Heinert for Patry. Bobcats are called into the net. Point NCCS. Serve is good by Jarvis. Over in 2. Jarvis to Heinert for Ashline. Ashline gets it over. They look to set up Murphy. Replay. Referees couldn't tell one way or the other on that one. Jarvis, serve is good. Over and one, it goes to Ashline, to Patry for Ashline. Bumped high. Ball is hit into the net. Two serving one. Jarvis puts the ball in play. Bobcats look to set it up. One-handed by Heinrich, over by Basmasian. Two hits called. Point NCCS. Serve is good by Jarvis. Tipped over in two. Bumped over by Ashline. Hit high by Rabideau. Bobcats look to set it up. Point to NCCS. Ball is hit under the net. Another point for the Cougars. Jarvis puts the ball in play. Bumped over in two. It'll be side out to the Bobcats. Jamie Shaughnessy with the ball. Serve is good. Ace for Shaughnessy. Two serving five. Ball is hit long. Substitution. Morrison enters the game, replacing Shaughnessy. Patry puts the ball in play. Back in one by the Bobcats. They look to set up Rabideau. Bumped over in three, but it goes wide. Six serving two. Patry's serve is good for an ace. Point NCCS. Patry's serve is good. Another ace for Patry. Point for the Cougars. Ball sails long, out of bounds, side out. Amy Murphy puts the ball in play. It's hit by Jarvis to Heinrich. Over by Ashline. They look to set up Felch. NCCS gets the ball on the side out. Groshans enters the game, replacing Basmasian. Jarvis serve is put in play. It's hit by Murphy. Hit into the net. Point NCCS. Ball is hit wide. Substitution, Etchier enters the game, replacing Ashline. Saskavich. Serve is good. They look to set up Rabideau. It's hit by Murphy. They look to set up Felch. Bobcats are called into the net. Side out. Jen Rabideau serving. It's good. Over by Felch. Rabideau. Now Heinrich gets it over. Bobcats look to set up Felch. She bumps it over. Etier. To Patry for Groshans. Morrison hits it. Jarvis gets it. Hit over by Felch. Patry to Heinrich for Jarvis, but it is hit long, out of bounds. Two serving 9. Felch puts the ball in play. They look to set up Groshans. Murphy gets it to Saskavich. Ball does not go over. Serve by Heinrich is good. One-handed over. Jarvis to Patry, back for Jarvis. Score that killed to Jarvis. Point NCCS. Heinrich's second serve is good. Felch gets it. Bobcats called into the net. Another point to NCCS. Serve is good. It's hit by Felch. They look to set up Morrison. Patry to Heinrich for Jarvis. Jarvis pushes it over. Point NCCS. Serve is good. Score the ace to Heinrich. Our score is 13-2. NCCS in the lead. Bobcats will get it on the side out. Saskavich enters the game, replacing Morrison. Serve is good. It's hit by Heinrich, over by Etier. Look to set up Murphy. Ball is hit long, out of bounds. On the side out. Ashline and Basmasian enter the game, replacing Etier and Groshans. And Morrison replacing Saskavich for the Bobcats. Basmasian serving. She puts the ball in play. Over in 2. It goes to Jarvis. Ball is hit by Ashline. Point to NCCS. Game point coming up for NCCS in this third game. 14 serving 2. Serve is good. Ball is hit over in 3. 2 hits called. Side out. Sheehan enters the game, replacing Saskavich. Torville's serve is good. Over by Ashline. Back now by Heinrich. Side out. Jarvis will get the ball. Cougars lead 14-2. Serve is good. Hit over by Ashline. Sheehan looks to set up Murphy. Heinrich bumps it. It goes over. With that, Northeastern Clinton takes game number 3 by a final score of 15-2 on the hit by Jen Ashline. Game number 3 goes to the Cougars by a final score of 15-2. Game number 4 about to begin. Basmasian puts the ball in play. Pushed over by Murphy. Jarvis hits it to Patry. Bumped over by Ashline. Over in 3 by Murphy. It goes to Heinrich. To Patry for Jarvis. NAC will get the ball on the side out. Saskavich with a serve. It's bumped by Heinrich. Tap down by the Bobcats. Point to NAC. Serve is good. Over in 1. Ball goes under the net. Serve is good. It goes to Patry for Ashline. Score the kill to Ashline. Side out. Jen Jarvis will get the ball. Jarvis puts the ball in play. Heinrich to Patry for Ashline. Bumped by Murphy. Over in 2. Rabideau to Patry for Ashline. Score the kill to Ashline. Point NCCS. Jarvis puts the ball in play. 4 hits called. Four hits called against the Bobcats on that last play. Jarvis puts the ball in play. Over in 3 by Murphy. Basmasian to Patry for Rabideau. Blocked by Ashline. Point NCCS. Ace for Jarvis. 4 serving 2. Serve is good by Jarvis. Another point for NCCS. Serve is good. Pushed over by Murphy, hit by Heinrich. Ball drops between 2 NCCS defenders. Serve is good to Patry for Ashline. Tipped over in 3. Jarvis to Heinrich. Ball is hit long. 4 serving 5. Excuse me, 3 serving 5. Pushed over in 3 by Patry. Patry looking to set up Rabideau. Bumped back by Patry. Bobcats look to set up Murphy. Point to the Bobcats. Four serving 5. It goes wide. Patry puts the ball in play. It's tipped over. Bobcats will get it on the side out. Murphy, service put in play. Heinrich looks to set up Rabideau. Rabideau pushes it over. Bobcats look to set up Shaughnessy. Ball is hit into the net. Point. We are scored. Our score is tied, I should say. 5 serving 5. Murphy puts the ball in play. It's hit by Jarvis to Patry for Rabideau. Murphy. Ball does not go over. Side out. Jen Ashline will serve on the side out. Serve hits the net. Substitution for NCCS. Etier enters the game, replacing Ashline. Torvald, serve is good. It's bumped by Patry. Pushed over by Rabideau. Over in 2 by Siskavich. Heinrich looking to set up Groshans. Score that killed the Groshans. Side out NCCS. Serve is good. Bobcats look to set it up. Illegal hit called against NCCS, side out, NAC. Kirsten Sheehan. 5 serving 5. Over in 2. Ball drops in. Side out. Heinrich's serve is good. Pushed over by Siskavich. Etier now pushed over by Patry. Ball is hit into the net. Point NCCS. 6 serving 5. Heinrich's serve is good. It's hit by Shaughnessy. Now Siskavich. Over in 3. Etier. 2 Groshans. Point NCCS. 7 serving 5. Serve is good. With the score 8-5, Coach Barcombe calls a timeout. Eight serving 5. Heinrich's serve is called out of bounds. Goes long. It'll go to the Bobcats. Shaughnessy will serve. Serve is long. Substitutions, Basmasian and Ashline enter the game, replacing Groshans and Etier. Basmasian serve is good. It's hit by Murphy. Hit over by Saskavich. Bobcats will get the ball on the side out. Five serving 8. Saskavich puts the ball in play. It's bumped over in 2 by Jarvis. Bobcats look to set up Murphy. Cougars are called into the net. Serve is good. It's hit by Rabideau to Patry or Ashline. Ball goes wide. It'll be 7 serving 8. Saskavich, serve is good. Illegal hit called. Point. We are tied at 8. Serve is good. Ace for the Bobcats. With a score, Northern Adirondack 9, NCCS 8. Coach Gilroy calls a timeout. Saskavich. Serve is good. Ball goes to Ashline. It's bumped by Saskavich. Over and 2 by Murphy. Patry tips it. It'll be side out to NCCS. Jen Jarvis will get the ball. Jarvis, serve is good. Bumped by Jarvis to Patry or Ashline. Tipped over. They look to set up Ashline. One-handed back by the Bobcats. Heinrich to Patry for Rabideau. Over in 2. Basmasian to Patry. Cougars are called under the net. Side out. Saskavich will serve. Serve is put in play. Basmasian to Jarvis, over by Patry. Murphy to Saskavich, back for Murphy. Dug out, but it goes wide. Point to the Bobcats. Saskavich puts the ball in play. It goes to Jarvis to Patry. Point to the Bobcats. 11 serving 8. Heinrich to Ashline. Ball is hit long. NCCS will get it on the side out. Patry puts the ball in play. Murphy tips it over, back by Ashline. Bobcats look to set it up. It's bumped by Basmasian. Bobcats will get it on the side out. (11 serving 8). Murphy gets the ball over. Illegal hit called against NCCS. 12 serving 8. Serve is good. Ball does not go over the net. It'll be 13 serving 8. With that, Coach Gilroy calls a timeout. Serving 8. Murphy with a jump serve. It's good. It goes long. Substitution. Groshans enters the game, replacing Basmasian. 8 serving 13. Serve is good. It goes to Murphy. Pushed over by Morrison. Jarvis to Heinrich for Groshans. Illegal hit called. It'll be side out. Substitution. Etier replaces Ashline. Serving 8. Felch's serve is good. It's bumped by Etier to Heinrich for Rabideau. Pushed over by Rabideau. Bobcats are called into the net. Rabideau. Serve is good. Ace for Rabideau. Nine serving 13. Rabideau puts the ball in play. Tipped over. It's bumped by Heinrich to Patry for Jarvis. Jarvis one-hands it back. Bobcats look to set it up. Etier bumps it high to Patry. Over by Jarvis. Tipped nicely at the net by Jarvis. Over in 3 by the Bobcats. Patry to Heinrich. Jarvis, but hits it, but Bobcats get it back. Blocked by Jarvis. It goes to Patry. Heinrich over by Jarvis. It drops in. Point NCCS. Serve goes into the net. Kirsten Sheehan will get the ball on the side out. Service put in play. Pushed over by Heinrich. Back for Murphy. Score the point to the Bobcats. 14 serving 10. Game and match point on the line. Serve is good. Ace for Sheehan. With that, the Bobcats take the game and the match by a final score of 15-10. A quick recap of the scoring shows Northern Adirondack winning game number 1 by a final score of 15-7. Game number 2 went to Northern Adirondack by a score of 15-3. NCCS won game number 3 by a final score of 15-2. And in the 4th game, NCCS wins by a final score of 15-10. And that's it from Northeastern Clinton Central School on this 23rd of January, 1995. You have been watching our coverage of CVAC Volleyball.